Hello everybody, this is Yousef and welcome to my kitchen. Today we are going to have a very special dish that we never ever had that. And it's with this artichoke, substitute for celery. I haven't had this food anywhere except at my friend house, Masood, and his wife Azam taught me how to make it. And I thought maybe I share this with you. It's going to be wonderful. Let's go over the ingredients and start making it. This is going to be for 4 to 6 people, and for that we need 2 bunch of parsley. This is fresh. You can use the dry one. I have 1.5 pound stew meat, which is beef. You can use lamb if you want, or with the bone, or even a lamb shank. That would be also perfect. Need 1 teaspoon of turmeric, 1.5 salt, 1 teaspoon black pepper, about 1/2 cup of dry mint. This is the artichoke that we are going to use in our stew. This comes from Costco, ready to use. We need some cooking oil, some liquid saffron, and that's up to you. If you want it, you don't have to add it. A big onion, 1 serrano pepper, that's also is optional, 2 lime or lemon that we're going to use the juice of it. So we're not going to use this. First of all, this is one of the very expensive vegetable. This is actually a flower bud, but they call it vegetable. So they eat this so many different ways. They steam it, they just boiling for 20 minutes, they cut it, they just grill it, so you name it. I'm not gonna use this. Instead, this is a ready to use from Costco. I bought it, that Azam John told me. So it's gonna be, we are going to use this. This is expensive. If you want to use this much of this, you have to spend like $40. So this one, 2 of them is around $11, which is very, very good price. Now it's already marinated in oil and ready to use. Let's go for the rest of the job. So I'm going to put this aside and start chopping our onion. So make it clear here. All right, we're just going to cut this fairly small because we're going to saute this and then we add our meat to it. Okay, let's go and start saute this onion. I'm going to use 1 pot and using for all my cooking, except to just saute the parsley. That's going to be separate. Then we add it to the pot. While we sauteing this away, let's go and cut our parsley. All right, you can use your knife or you can use your processor or just anything that you want to do that. And try to cut it very fine. And I already told you, you can use dry if it's convenience for you and you prefer that. For if you want to use that, you have to use about 1 cup of dry parsley. This is good enough for me right now. So we put it aside till we're going to saute them. This is good right now. We change the color. We don't want to burn it. And it's time to add our beef meat into this. You add the turmeric at this time also. If you are going to use a dry parsley, this is the time also you add your parsley to it and saute a little bit with this, then and also the dry mint at the same time, and let it just cook with the water that we put it in for about 2 hours. All right, I'm going to use half of this mint right now. I'll add it to this one to get more aroma and taste. Then half of the other one, the other half, I'm going to use it with the sauteing our parsley. Already it smells delicious. Get the color already. It's wonderful. All right, and also it's time to add your black pepper. All right, add the water till it covers your meat, because later on we're going to put the artichoke in this. We're going to use some of those water or juice that is in the jar also. So at this time, just be careful not to put too much water. And also for the salt, we wait till it's just almost cooked, about 2 hours or so, because there is salt also in the artichoke. You don't want to make it, too salty. So you're going to taste that time, then we add our salt accordingly. See you. All right, we're going to put the lid on it and reduce the heat and just let it boil for about like a 2 hour, an hour, 45 minutes. Come back and do what's going on. Then we add the rest of the ingredients. Okay, while the meat is cooking, let's prepare our parsley by putting a little bit oil in the pan. Then we're gonna add this parsley and start sauteing it till it gets dark and gets all the water out of it. I would like to talk about the artichoke, but before I talk about it, I have to put this serrano pepper into my meat. Here you go. Let's talk about the artichoke a little bit. This is very unknown. It doesn't mean that everybody everywhere in the world, they know what it is. So some people, even in my country, there are people, most of them, they don't know what is this. So this is actually it's going to be a flower, but consider as a vegetable. So people, they eat this, and those people, they know what it is. They trim all this leaf. You see, they just take it off and go to or cutting on the top of it. Just like just take a scissor and cut these parts like this. Because these are hard. This is very hard to digest or to eat. So it's going to go to the core, which is going to be a much softer leaves. If you steam this is going to be very soft, and they use usually dip, which is going to be a melted butter 90% of the time. They dip it in there and they go like this, taking it with their teeth, and that's actually is very tasty. So as I said, this is going to be a flower, and this is a flower bud. And when it goes to getting a flower, they're not going to be eatable anymore. And the inside of this also, there is, let me cut this. It's going to be, as we see, all right. Here you go. This is the heart of it. This is very soft and it's going to be eatable. But this vegetable, it has a lots of vitamin and mineral, including vitamin C, has a lots of phosphate, lots of magnesium. So it's actually is very good for your body. So this is, as I said, you know, this one inside of this is probably is going to be about like a 4 or 5 of this, which this one is almost $4. So you assume how expensive it would be if you want to just use the fresh one. This is the center and core of this already, and it's in the oil, marinated with the salt, pepper, garlic, and some of the spices. And it is ready to eat if you want to just eat it just the way it is. But since we tried that the stew, I thought maybe I have to share this with you. And also it's going to be very, very delicious. So you leave this here and go and take a look at our parsley to see what's going on. You see all those parsley just getting very little. So it's going to be, by the time it's done, it's going to be like maybe 5 spoons. And that's good enough for what we're going to do. And again, you can add some of those dry also in this one and make it more. And again, as I said, it depends on the size that you want to use for how many people. You have to change this accordingly. So if you want to just make it for 2 or 3 people, 1 jar is going to be enough, and you make half of your meat and half of the rest of the ingredients. This is going to be done in 4 to 5 minutes. So let me clean up around myself, and also, you know, Persian Iranian stew, what is good with rice. I have to prepare my rice also. All right, this is the color that we are looking for, and as you see, it's become very dark, and it's a time to add the rest of the dry meat to it. And saute together a little bit, and we put it aside. That's it. That's it. If you want your stew get a deep green color, you can add this and let it cook with your meat, or just a half a way you can add it. It's up to you. I'll go ahead and I'm just going to add in our stew right now. This is what it is. Wonderful. Okay, it's been washed, so I'm just going to put it here, add a little bit of salt, a little bit of oil. Of course, you can watch a longer video, especially for how to cook the rice. Let it be here and it cook about like 50 minutes, all right? By that time, we check on our stew, and hopefully at the same time, we serve the dinner. Okay, the oil is on the top of this, so trying to get there as much as I can. These are the oil. We don't need this, but we need the juice. So and this one is actually, the water is being reduced. So I'm going to add the juice of this. Is full of flavor. All right, till it's almost done, then I add the rest of the stuff, or artichoke in there. Do the same thing with the second jar and add the juice. All right. It has been about 2 hours that our stew is cooking, so it's the time to taste to see if it needed any salt. No, actually, it's pretty good. Now it's the time to add our artichoke. And our saffron. All right, and our lime or lemon juice. One is enough. All right, now we mix in this and we adjust our liquid, which is going to be adding a little bit of water. All right. It looks pretty good. All right, adding a little bit of hot water to cover everything and let it cook about 1 hour and our stew is ready. Okay guys, it looks great and it's ready to serve it. Let's turn it off and let's serve this. Oh, looks perfect. Okay guys, it's the time to eat. It looks wonderful. Oh my God, I can't wait to eat it. I'm pretty sure the taste is wonderful because I already had this before. I'm sure that it's going to be wonderful. Now we are going to taste it. Yousef John. It's perfect with the tahdig. I'm going to finish this, but before I do, I just want to thank you so much for watching my video and supporting my channel. I appreciate if you just like and share, especially share with your friend. This is unique, so you can share it to everybody, and I open to any kind of comments or requests. Till next time with another dish. Bye.